Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on this 4th of July for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. Mark is off tonight on this Independence Day. Let's get started. First off, we're going to take a quick break from our headlines because the fireworks show in Spokane is at Riverfront Park, and you can see it already lighting up the sky right now. Take a look. Just a spectacular view tonight as you take a look at the fireworks. And the last couple of years have been tough for the show. In 2020, it was a drive-in format. 2021, it was canceled for wildfire risk. The fireworks returned to Riverfront Park for New Year's Eve in 2021, but incredible to see them tonight for this Independence Day. And that was just a peek at tonight's fireworks show. For the entire show, be sure to head over to our website at krem.com later this evening. Now, right now, thousands of people are in Riverfront Park for the city's fireworks show, taking it all in. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk shows us how people are celebrating Independence Day.
Families and food trucks flooded Riverfront Park all afternoon and into the evening, donning red, white, and blue.
So I'm just out here enjoying the weather. 4th of July, with my dad, just eating some good food.
We're come to enjoy the festivities, see what's happening, see if it's more or less than exciting than the other places. We've been here 3 minutes and they've already gotten soaked, so that's fun. We do like it down here.
The fireworks didn't start until 10.
Are you going to be able to stay up that late? It's at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can stay up that late. I always do.
Can we stay up?
Yes.
Families camped out hours early to secure the best view.
We actually showed up about 5 to pick our spot because I know how busy the park can get.
This is my, I believe, 3rd time watching it in the park.
Dude, we're waiting for the fireworks.
Yeah.
So do you guys like fireworks?
Yeah.
What do you like about them?
Just how they look.
I like to sit back and just watch them explode into the air.
The colors. Actually, not the patterns.
The colors.
I like the pop.
I like the noises.
In Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
A lot of people right there thrilled to see the fireworks tonight. There's just something always magical about them. Meanwhile, fireworks celebrations took place all across the country. First off, in the nation's capital, you can see the fireworks as they lit up the night sky over the Washington Memorial. Looks like a postcard right there. Meanwhile, in New York, the Macy's 4th of July also lit up once again for their 46th annual show. This year's show actually launched more than 48,000 shells and effects from 5 barges on the East River. And finally, a look at the fireworks that exploded over the Philadelphia skyline. This is aerial footage of those fireworks, and look how stunning that looks with the fireworks and with the city view right there. In the meantime, new tonight, heavy rain over the past few days caused parts of the Kerr campground in Okanagan County to flood, leaving campers to shelter in place. According to the Okanagan County Emergency Management, a portion of a road in Concanelli has been closed due to flooding. Only drivers leaving the town can access the road. However, multiple bridges have also been closed due to debris. Thankfully, no one's been injured, and emergency management crews are now looking at the damage. And of course, we saw another round of heavy rain this morning, but it cleared up as we went into our afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo joining us now in the Outdoor Weather Center, where we saw plenty of sunshine when he was out there earlier. But Jeremy, going forward, what are the chances of more rain on the horizon?
It's one of those ones where we still have some of those storms kind of continuing tonight. We're going to update the forecast just a little bit because they're holding together so well, but temperatures near 60 degrees, not too terribly bad right now. And we have expired a lot of those flood advisories and flash flood warnings. That is good news. A lot of this storm activity now moving out of some of those burn scar areas, and that's where we were facing the greatest threat of some of that flash flooding. So as this continues to track farther off to the east, it's weakening just a bit, but once again, moving out of that area where we'd see the greatest potential for some of that flooding. Showers continue to dissipate overnight, and then we wind up mostly dry the next couple of days. Notice a couple of shots of moisture. Here's how I think this one goes. Next couple of days, yes, we are going to see something. Most of that stays in higher elevations. For us here in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, it's sunshine and temps going from the upper 70s to the mid to upper 80s on Wednesday before we all see that chance of thunderstorms on Thursday.
Jeremy, thank you so much. Developing tonight out of Chicago, a gunman killed 6 people and injured dozens during a 4th of July parade today.
At this point, we know that 6 people have lost their lives, and we are grieving for them and their families, members of our community who came out to celebrate together and instead faced this terror.
The suspect, 22-year-old Robert KREM, has since been arrested. Officials say shots started ringing out about 10 minutes after the parade started. At first, the crowd thought the noise was part of the parade. Then they ran from the scene, creating a scene of chaos with lawn chairs, bicycles, and strollers all left behind, scattered along the parade route as people scrambled for safety. Coming up in about 10 minutes, more details from today's shooting, including what we know about the gunman tonight. And for a 5th day, protesters took to the streets demanding justice in the shooting and death of 25-year-old Jalen Walker by 8 Akron police officers on June 27th. Walker was involved in a police chase where he was struck with more than 60 rounds and declared dead at the scene. The Akron police chief confirmed Walker was unarmed at the time of the shooting. The incident has sparked daily protests in Akron. 8 members of the Akron police force have been placed on leave pending an investigation by state authorities. Now tonight, Beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Authorities investigating a death at the homeless encampment near Interstate 90 this afternoon. According to the Spokane Fire Department, crews responded to a reported cardiac arrest at the camp around 1:30 this afternoon. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found the person unresponsive in a tent and determined they were dead. The medical examiner will be conducting an autopsy. Spokane police officers are taking over the investigation. 2 people were rescued on the Coeur d'Alene River Saturday. According to the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office, a woman and an 11-year-old boy were floating down the river when they both got caught up by a downed tree and pulled underwater by the strong current. Authorities say witnesses jumped into action and rescued the pair. They gave the woman CPR until she regained consciousness. She was taken by life flight to Kootenai Hospital. Shoshone County deputies say the witnesses' quick actions helped save the floaters' lives. And 1 man is dead following a plane crash in Adams County. According to the Adams County Sheriff's Office, 38-year-old Gavin Morse was the pilot and only person in the plane when it crashed in a field west of Lind on Saturday afternoon. The Adams County Sheriff's Office is investigating the cause of the crash with help from the Federal Aviation Administration. Morse leaves behind a wife and 2 daughters. His family has set up a PayPal to help with funeral expenses. And if you would like to help, text the word HELP to 509-448-2000. We'll send a link with that information right to your phone. And that was a look at your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just text the word night to 509-448-2000. We'll send them right to your phone. In news around the world, 3 people are dead and 3 critically injured after a gunman opened fire inside a busy shopping mall in Copenhagen, Denmark. Danish police say the suspect's a 22-year-old Danish man who is in custody. They say there's no indication of anyone else involved in the attack. In your health news tonight, due to a rise in COVID-19 cases, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is calling on several Washington counties to consider wearing masks once again. They're recommending masks indoors and on public transportation in 15 counties, including Spokane County. Currently, these areas are in the high-risk category for COVID infection. Governor Jay Inslee is making the COVID vaccine a requirement for Washington state agency employees permanent. Current employees have 1 year to get up to date on their shots. That does include all boosters recommended by the CDC. New employees will need all of their shots before starting. And that was KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But don't go to bed just yet. After the break, what we know tonight about the gunman from today's shooting at a 4th of July parade in Chicago. We're back in 90 seconds.